right. My name is Josh, and this is James here with me. This is our code for the programming assignment 3. For this, we didn't make any changes to the link file, so we will not be showing that in this. For the simulation, for the part 1, we were just tasked with making an 80-bit message that we wanted to send split between 2 packets, so we have that right here and being sent here. We did not make any changes to the network file during that, so we'll just go ahead and run that to show that it works. There we go. Sending no one, I want to be like very best like no one ever was to test. Or test them is my real quest. Alright, so we'll move on to the next one. Part 2, we were tasked with making sure that we could segment and reassemble messages. So right here, we reset down to 30 on that. We added the 2 reduced bytes just to handle sending the reduced packages. And we did make changes to UDT receive to be able to reassemble when given the segment tag at the end, and then when the segmentation is done, when it has the sDone tag. And the rest of that is handled all in here. So we're going to go ahead and run this. We didn't make much for changes to the simulation file on this one except for extending the time. There we go. All right. So as you can see here, it realizes that gets sent to router A, realizes that it needs to segment, and sends out the pieces with the segment tag. Down here you can see once it's done sending all of them, then it sends the sDone tag, and then we'll be able to see the received right where. There we are. Sorry, with the threading, it does get a little bit weird on the print statements. So we have host to received, I want to be the very best like no one E. And we have the same down here when it sent the segmented packet for the second message. There we go. So we're going to move on to the next one. All right, so for part 3, we were asked to implement a larger network. So we have hosts 1 through 4, as well as routers A through D. We have the connections between all the routers and the hosts going on different channels and whatnot here, starting all the threads, and then we have each of these loop through, I'm going to just delete that, loop through the messages and send one half of the message to one host and send the other half of the message to the other host. So we'll go ahead and, host, as you'll see, host 1 only goes through router B, and host 2 only goes through router C. So here we go. Give it a second to run. All right. So here we are. We'll go ahead and just look through for the received packets. Oh, loop back around. Looks like all of them are at the bottom here. So let's follow. All right, so as you can see, we have him going through the different routers on all these. It segments and transmits packets through. And then with the received down here, as you can see, host 3 only receives packets with the 3 tag. And host 4 only receives packets with the 4 tag. So we got the first half here, the second half here for the first one. That's from host 1. And then from host 2, we have to 3, I want to be the very best, like no one A. And then to 4 from host 2, we have for was, to catch them is my real test. All right.